Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, looks like, it seems to me like, after about quite some time now, especially since after what I've actually gone through last week, when I actually, talked about Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I guess, if anything, yeah, looks like I'm back at it once again with a brand new, thoughts video right about now, so, whew. So yeah, and yeah, not to worry about a thing. I have fully calmed down after the sadness I went through after talking about the Headseg film for sure. So, but yeah, nothing too basic. Just needing a moment to myself, and yeah, pretty much had to get myself back fully in gear for sure. So yeah, looks like I'm all better right about now because, yeah, the death of Chadwick Boseman that I mentioned in, of course, the last video really upsetting me pretty good for sure, so. But yeah, like I said, I'm all good right about now, and I'm officially gonna be talking about the next movie that I might as well talk about here today, so. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on that front, So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts video right about now, I think it makes sense that we shift our way away from, of course, movies on the big screen once again, and actually jump ourselves back into streaming services for sure. So yeah, I think I'm starting to notice a pattern right about now for, of course, this month. Yeah, I think I jumped onto, of course, a streaming service again with, of course, Weird the Al Yankovic Story on Roku. Then I jumped my way back into seeing movies on the big screen with, of course, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And now I guess for this one, we're jumping back into, of course, streaming services once again. So I think I'm starting to notice a pattern rampant now for sure. And I guess I do have a feeling that for the movie I'll talk about next time, it will definitely be on the big screen for sure. Well, hey, what can you do? So yeah, looks like I think I might as well shift my way back to streaming services once again, and I guess for today's thoughts video right now, this movie I'm gonna be talking about here today, we're actually we're not gonna be diving ourselves into either Netflix, Roku, Crunchyroll, and plenty of other streaming services that are out there for sure. No, we're actually gonna be jumping back into, of course, Disney Plus right about now. So yeah, been quite some time since I've actually dived right into the latest movie or show that landed on that streaming service for sure. But yeah, I guess I might as well do so right now, especially with, of course, this movie I'm gonna be talking about here today. So, and I guess I seem to be perfectly centered right now. I do indeed apologize if I'm a little bit off for sure. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I can say right now. So yeah, I guess for today's thoughts video right now, we're actually going to be jumping back into, of course, Disney Plus once again, as, well, I might as well be talking about the latest movie that had just hit that streaming service very recently for sure. So yeah, I guess you can pretty much see where I'm getting at for sure right about now. But in case you are curious to know, this latest movie that had pretty much that I'm gonna be talking about here today is, of course, the long-awaited sequel to one Disney movie that I'm sure a lot of us have been begging for years right about now. And, well, looks like after about over a decade since after it actually came out, we finally got the long-awaited sequel for sure. And I guess in case you guys wanted to know, it is, of course, not only just the sequel to, of course, pretty much a well-known Disney movie from 2007 that you may or may not have known, but it is, of course, the long-awaited sequel that had just landed on Disney Plus, which is, of course, none other than Disenchanted. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I'm gonna be talking about here today. It is, of course, the latest film that had just hit Disney Plus very recently, and believe it or not, it is, of course, the long-awaited sequel to the 2007 smash hit Disney movie that we all know and love, which is none other than Enchanted. So yeah, I guess you could pretty much get the clear picture on that. So yeah. Alright, so before I can go ahead and talk about this latest sequel that had just came out, I'm sure a lot of you guys may be wondering, do I actually have a strong connection with the original Enchanted from 2007? Actually, yeah, I did for sure. I remember around the time the movie came out, I actually went with, of course, my mom and I believe my sister for sure. And I'll admit, I think as a pretty much a 10 or 11-year-old from 2011, not 2011, 2007. So yeah, as of course an 11-year-old, soon to be about, well, 12 years old, or yeah, I think I did turn 12 around the time it came out for sure. But yeah, as a 12-year-old that had yeah, pretty much an 11-year-old that has turned 12 from 2007, I'll admit, I actually thought the original Enchanted was actually really quite impressive for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's actually far different from, of course, any other Disney movies that we've actually got for sure. Pretty much poking fun of course, the formula of Disney for sure, while still being a classic fairy tale like any other Disney movie in the past for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, the original Enchanted has really struck a chord to me as a kid for sure around the time it came out, and yeah, looking back on it right now, I still think it holds up for sure. So yeah, it's definitely far different from, of course, what I would expect from all the other Disney movies I've actually seen past to present for sure. But I have to say, they really did a fine job with that, and even if you haven't seen the original Enchanted, I still say it's well worth checking out for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much my connection with, of course, the original Enchanted for sure. So yeah, I guess since after all that, I think I definitely know for sure that plans for a sequel has been going around for about 14 to 15 years right by now. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I definitely know that since after the original actually became such a big hit, I knew right away that plans for a sequel have been in the works for quite a long time now, and I dare even say that it is among one of many, pretty much many sequels that many Disney fans, like myself for example, have been begging for quite a long time now. So yeah, quite frankly, years and years and years have gone by, and nothing has actually come up for an official sequel for the original Enchanted until now. So yeah, I knew right away when I actually first heard the news that they finally got it underway for sure, and judging by from what I've actually seen in the trailers, I'll admit, I think the idea for it actually does look quite cool for sure. I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty much, I can't give it credit that it's not doing the exact same thing the original actually did, but it actually does look pretty cool, and actually pretty much trying its best to continue on where the original picked up for sure. See if there's anything beyond Happily Ever After for sure, which, yeah, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, we did get pretty much good bits and pieces of the hand with the direct-to-DVD Disney sequels for sure, but from what I'm actually seeing, I think they actually pretty much they're actually trying its best to actually make it all the more good and all the more interesting for sure. So yeah, I guess about anything. Pretty much all I could do at that point is to, of course, well, wait until the movie finally comes out, just to see if it'll actually build up on, of course, the hype that it's actually been gone through for sure. So, yeah, and now that the movie is finally out, I actually did get a chance to actually watch it all the way, and, well, looks like I just got off, of course, finished watching the movie right about now, and I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie now that I finally got the chance to see it? Well, I'll admit, man, what's the perfect way to describe it? Oh, yeah, I guess if anything, I think this movie's alright. Yeah, I'm completely serious. I think this movie is decent. I mean, okay, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's far from great and definitely not as good as the original, but for what it is, I actually don't mind it for sure, so yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say it's pretty much great enough to actually be considered good, but I can give it credit that it did try its best to do what it needs to do, which in the end actually does result in a fun but pretty decent sequel nonetheless. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about. First off is, of course, the story, and yeah, I think for a really nice concept for, of course, a Enchanted sequel, I'll admit, I do think it's actually a really cool idea for sure, just to see if pretty much trying his best to pretty much continue on after Happily Ever After, and actually pretty much go through such a way where, of course, everything wants to be in pretty much a normal life, and of course, well, things go horribly wrong with one certain wish that pretty much that actually wanted to have the real world be more like an actual fairy tale for sure. Kind of like pretty much what part of course, the original was for sure. So yeah, I'll admit the story for, of course, this movie, it is actually a cool idea, and I think they really did take advantage of course, this idea for sure. But then again, at the same time, we've seen this type of formula used in other movies for sure, and I guess if anything, pretty much I do like that they decided to put a new spin on, of course, this idea, but nothing really has gotten me fully engaged in a good number of parts for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I was impressed with, of course, pretty much good bits and pieces that they actually did showcase, and it actually does look really, really fantastic. But maybe I think it could have actually used a little bit more tweaking for sure to actually make it all the more engaging for sure, which is actually kind of what I was hoping for right now, but sadly, pretty much 50% of it is what we got, but the other 50% not so much, So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that, and I can definitely say the same thing for, of course, the film's writing for sure, and I mean, yeah, I definitely know years and years of course, fine-tuning, and yeah, I think I definitely know for sure plenty of sequels have gone through development hell for sure, but some of them actually did turn out fantastic for sure, and it's definitely well worth the wait for sure. And I guess in the case of this movie we're about now, I'm pretty sure parts of development hell were actually part of the main factor for sure. To which, yeah, again, I think from what I'm seeing, the writing for, of course, this movie again does have some cool ideas, but I wish they could have do some fun tuning or, of course, some massive tweaking to actually make it all the more engaging for sure. And yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much what I could say, of course, at that front for sure. Yeah, really like the idea, but could have used a little bit more fine-tuning for sure. And yeah, and I guess if anything, probably I think the one thing that I know the original Enchanted actually did well is, of course, actually poking fun at, of course, a pretty much regular old Disney movie tropes while still being a Disney movie, which I have to say is actually really, really clever for sure. And but I guess in the case of this movie right about now, yeah, I I guess if anything, probably from what I'm seeing, it's trying its best to do its own thing for sure, while we do get little bits and pieces of it, which, yeah, kind of actually sucks out, of course, any sort of life that's been given for sure, so... But yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say on that. So from those aspects I can say, again, I like the idea from, of course, what they're doing, but maybe I think they could have used a little bit more fine-tuning to make it all the more engaging. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got those out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I should talk about, which are, of course, the characters, and yeah, if there's probably one of many good things I actually do find with, of course, this movie compared to, of course, the first movie, I'll have to say the characters in this one, my god, I think they've actually did show off growth and development for sure, and yeah, that's actually pretty much the one thing that I actually really do like about the original Enchanted. I think they really did utilize a great amount of development for, of course, these characters for sure, and allow them time to actually get to know them for sure. And I was actually really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. And I guess for the original being just a regular old fish out of water storyline for sure, I think they actually utilize the storyline quite well to help match the characters' personalities for sure. And I guess in the case of this movie, they did utilize their personalities very, very well for sure. But at the same time, unlike the original, they actually do show on how much they've grown a whole lot compared to the first time we've actually got to know them for sure. Like, yeah, I guess for starters, I think pretty much Giselle, the main character, of course, this movie for sure, she actually did star as a nice little bubbly like Disney princess for sure, but over the course of her time in the first movie, she actually does start to adapt and actually be more of an interesting character for sure. And I guess in the case of this movie, I'm really glad that they stuck to, of course, pretty much the original picked up for sure, but at the same time actually show a whole lot more development towards her and how much she wanted to grow and mature a whole lot compared to the first time for sure. So, but yeah, I guess it's probably one good example I can give for sure, and I can definitely say the same thing for the rest of the characters for sure as well. So yeah, and I guess if anything, I really do yeah. Sorry about that. I got a dry throat overhand by now, so yeah, give me a second. Yeah, that should do it, so. But yeah, I guess if anything, compared to, of course, the first film, I have to say the characters in, of course, this movie are actually really incredible in such a way, and probably, I think, yeah, and again, I think probably the main thing I do like the characters in, of course, this film compared to the first one is that I actually do really do love the amount of growth that these characters have actually gone through for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the characters in, of course, this movie, and of course, well, all the actors that came back and played all these characters for sure. I'll admit they actually did pull off some really good performances for sure. Like, of course, I really do love the really incredible personality and a bit of growth and development that has been given to us with, of course, Amy Adams as Giselle for sure, and not to mention the rest of the characters I can definitely say for sure, like, of course, Robert, played again by Patrick Dempsey, and, of course, pretty much two of the characters that we never really got to see or even utilize a whole lot, but still actually are fun for sure, like, of course, Philip, played again by James Marsden, who pretty much is doing his best to, of course, capture his character like he did the first time, but yeah, quite frankly, almost, well, keep one thing in mind, yeah, I think this, pretty much this movie actually came out around the same time. James Marsden also did Sonic 2 that I did talk about some time ago. So yeah. Such a shame that they didn't utilize Philip, or should I say James Marsden's character like he did in the first film, but I still think he actually did give a fine performance for sure. And of course, let's not forget to mention Nancy, played again by Idina Menzel. My God, I think Menzel in this movie really does do a fine job in, of course, this movie for sure, because, yeah, I guess she's not there as a little character that has popped up a few times, like in, of course, the first film for sure. No, they actually did utilize her very well for sure, and yeah, I know that's saying a whole lot because, yeah, as an actress, Idina Menzel is, of course, a really great actress for sure. I mean, I've seen her as Elsa in both Frozen movies for sure, and not to mention she also did some really great Broadway performances, like of course in both Rent and Wicked for sure, and yeah, I guess about anything, Menzel in this movie is definitely outstanding for sure. So yeah. And I guess if anything, probably one other character is the hag. I definitely do like pretty much Maya Rudolph has, of course, the pretty much the main villain, of course, this film. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's great, but it is good enough for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, Maya Rudolph, and of course, this film. It is good, but not great, to be honest. So yeah, I guess if anything, those are, of course, what I can say for, of course, the characters and the actors, of course, this movie for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about for sure? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. For starters, visually, the film actually looks really, really great for sure. And I'll admit, I think I actually really was fully in depth with, of course, what I've actually seen. The sets look fantastic. Yeah, the effects, of course, this one is, of course, really outstanding for sure, and even some really great usage of CGI to, of course, blending some really great stuff for sure, and not to mention the animation for, of course, this one, to which, yes, by the way, they did use bits and pieces of animation in this movie, much like what they did in the first film, even though 85% of it is live action for sure, so yeah, and I guess yeah, but regardless, I say the animation, of course, this movie, I'll admit, it actually does look really, really nice for sure, yeah, almost looking up similar to the classic 2D animation that we got with the older Disney films for sure. But I actually really do love the way they did utilize it quite well. Pretty much from the way the characters are drawn to, of course, the really nice usage of color for sure. It actually makes it all the more outstanding for sure. And yeah, I think if anything, that's one thing I can't say for, of course, this one. So yeah. Yeah, I guess if anything, much like the animation, I'll admit, going back a bit to the live action stuff for sure, staying on the visuals for sure, I'll admit they really did utilize a great amount of color in, of course, this film for sure. Everything just looks all the more incredible for sure, and I was fully in depth on, of course, what goes on for sure, So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, what I can say about this film visually for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say on that, and I guess if anything, pretty much from yeah, to top it all off, another key aspect I actually really do enjoy, of course, this film is definitely the really incredible music and song. So yeah, much like with, of course, this film for sure. Yeah, pretty much the original Enchanted. This film actually did have some really nice songs that are, of course, crafted by, of course, well, Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz for sure. So yeah, who would have thought that these two musicians would actually work well together for sure. So yeah, I guess about anything, they really did a fine job with the music and the songs, and of course the original Enchanted, and I can definitely say the same thing for, of course, this film for sure. I mean, okay, I wouldn't necessarily say they're phenomenal songs for sure, but I have to say they are really very well done, and I actually really was fully engaged on, of course, every single one of them for sure. So yeah, probably I think one of my favorites for sure would definitely have to be Love Power. Not only was it very engaging, and not to mention have a really nice melody that they actually thrown in, but believe it or not, since I actually did mention Idina Menzel, they actually, it actually does have probably the best vocal performance from Menzel herself, yeah. So yeah, pretty much having Idina Menzel in the original with not much for her to do, yeah, I think that's actually the one thing I actually do like about this film for sure. They actually did get to utilize her very well for sure, and the way she actually sang the song actually really is incredible for sure. Like, yeah, it's almost like Idina Menzel is, of course, looking at us saying, "Oh, you thought Let It Go would be the only song you'd be hearing from me? Well, I do have another one for sure that might change your minds for sure." So there you go. So yeah, I guess about anything, out of all the songs for sure, I really was fully engaged with the song Love Power for sure. Again, pretty much is very engaging to listen to, has a really nice melody for sure, and definitely has some of the best singing performances from Idina Menzel herself. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say on that. The rest of the songs, again, I still think they are quite good for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much on top of all that, yeah, I think I will have to admit the choreography in this film through the incredible musical numbers, I'll admit they're not bad for sure. I mean, I wish it could have been choreographed a whole lot more for sure to actually make it incredible, but I still think it was worth the try for sure. So yeah, and I guess on top of all that, pretty much this film also has some really nice cinematography from, of course, some really nice camera shots that we've actually got for sure. And not to mention the editing, I have to say, is pretty much done fine for sure. Though I will give it credit that since I actually did mention the music and the songs for sure, I guess pretty much I do love the way on how good number of pieces of the film's editing is, of course, cut up for sure to actually match with, of course, the theme and the style of course, all the songs and, of course, this film for sure. So yeah, that's actually what I can say on, of course, that front. However, I do think the direction in this film by, of course, the film's director for sure, I'll admit, maybe I think some things are a little bit off for sure. Like, I do wish that maybe it could have been directed a whole lot better than what I was expecting for sure. But yeah, maybe I think it could have been something a little bit more impressive for sure. So yeah. I guess if anything, those are, of course, what I can say for, of course, all of them for sure. So yeah, but I guess most importantly that I can say on that is that, well, I will give it credit that it does do a fine job, and of course doing what needs to be done as a regular old sequel to Enchanted, but maybe at the same time I could have actually been utilized a whole lot more, or maybe do some fine tuning to actually make it as good as the original for sure. So yeah, I know that's saying a whole lot because I know this film has been well over pretty much over a decade and a half of course, developing hell for sure. But yeah, maybe I think a little bit more fine-tuning will, of course, make it all the more impressive all the way. So So yeah, I definitely know that's saying a whole lot because I know currently by the time I'm pretty much getting this video out, this film has already gotten mixed reviews for sure. So yeah, and I guess that would beg the other question: why did this film get such a mixed reaction right about now compared to, of course, the first film that was received so well? Well, I think probably the main reason on why I think that is that ever since the film came out for sure, and especially since after the start of the 2010 decade for sure, Disney has actually gone through a whole lot of massive changes for sure. Not only buying out certain stuff to help grow their business, but they also want to pretty much experiment with some new and interesting ideas that they want to throw into it yeah, rather than, of course, sticking to, of course, the original formula for sure, they definitely need to mix things up a bit to actually make it all the more impressive for sure. So yeah, and I guess if anything, yeah, maybe I guess I assume time must have actually caught up with, of course, this film for sure, hence why the mixed reaction for sure. So yeah. But I will say right about now, I guess if anything, if they probably would keep up to with what Disney is doing currently while still working out, of course, doing what it needs to do as a regular old sequel to the original Enchanted, maybe I think we could have gotten something a whole lot more good for sure. Hell, I dare even say, pretty much compared to, of course, the last sequel that we actually got that did land on Disney Plus, Hocus Pocus 2, that one I have to say actually does do something new and interesting for sure, while still keeping roots to, of course, the original Hocus Pocus for sure. Hence why I actually do like it for what it is. So yeah, maybe I think if this movie would have actually done that, while staying true to, of course, the original Enchanted, I think we would have actually gotten something a whole lot more good for sure. But yeah, that's just my theory right now. So yeah, what can you do? So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much what I could say on that. So yeah, I guess overall, Disenchanted, I'll admit, pretty much for what it is actually a pretty much a very decent, but still a pretty fun sequel to, of course, the original Enchanted for sure. I mean, yeah, I know that's simply saying a whole lot because, well, I do prefer the original a whole lot more, but for what it is, as a sequel to the original Enchanted and as a movie on its own, I still think this movie did try its best to do what it needs to do for sure. So yeah, maybe I think a little bit more fine-tuning will, of course, make it all the more impressive for sure. But hey, I guess what we saw is what we got for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, the Hell one, a pretty decent sequel to the original Enchanted that did try its best but couldn't actually be all the more engaging, but still actually well worthy enough to check out and at least give yourself a somewhat happy ending for sure. So yeah, I guess it's probably what I can say overall, of course, Disenchanted. So yeah, but I guess if you are quite curious to see it for yourself, then by all means, go ahead and do so. It's currently available for streaming on Disney Plus right now, and who knows? Maybe you might have a different opinion on it, or see how it compares to the original for sure. So yeah. Yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, that one for sure. So yeah, if you definitely got the time and have a couple of hours of your time to look at it, then by all means, go ahead and do so right about now. So yeah, and as for me, I'm glad I saw it, but I do wish it could have been a whole lot better than what I was expecting, but I still think it's well worth checking out regardless. So yeah, and because of that, I'll definitely be nice on this one, and I'll give it a 6 out of 10 as my final score. So yeah, pretty decent sequel for sure, but I still think it's really fun to watch regardless for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, that one for sure. Ooh, seemed to have dropped it for a second. So So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, and I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Disenchanted and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty other social media sites I have provided with, of course, the links down in the description box below if you want to keep up to date with me as normal. And of course, support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoy it, as it would really help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what am I going to be talking about next? Well, it's actually quite fitting that I should mention this right now, because yeah, I guess if anything, yeah, who am I kidding? I think I know for, of course, my next thoughts video. Well, I think I definitely know for starters. I think we're definitely gonna stay on, of course. Well, I think I should definitely get myself back into seeing movies on the big screen as normal. But this time, I think we should probably stay with Disneyland. But now, as I'll of course be pretty much finally going to see their newest animated feature film, Strange World, which ironically is, of course, the movie I'm going to go see and talk about next. So yeah, will it definitely be as good as this movie might be hyping itself up to be? Well, only time will tell once it actually does come out in less than a week right now. But I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do. Of course, that one. So yeah. Yeah, I guess it's what I can say on that. So I'll leave you at that. So yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.